Hello everyone. You can call me Lemon Emery. This will be basically my very first video where I'm just talking and stuff. Apologies if I'm sound really nervous. That's because I am. But today, I frankly want to scream. This will be a sort of vent-ish thing about my art journey so far. So, a little bit about me. I am currently a college student who is going for a BFA, a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and things have been, honestly, pretty rough for me. And I've been posting on Instagram ever since 2019. I was in high school back then, so... And when you are a beginner artist, the world is very, very cruel. I'll throw some of my old pieces on the screen. I was definitely, very much a beginner artist, and it makes sense that I wouldn't get much traction whatsoever. I was also performing the cardinal sin of social media posting, which is I did not post often. I really took my time in high school for granted because now that I'm in college, I barely have any time to do any art for myself, and it sucks. But during 2019 to 2021, I was just mainly having fun. I drew what I wanted, and I posted it. It was very simple. As 2022 rolled around, I began thinking of pursuing art, seriously, and that led me to try to put together a portfolio to apply to art schools. Looking back in hindsight, this was a very, very bad idea. Mainly because I did not know how to put together a portfolio, or even know the right things to even include in one, and I hate thinking about what I put in my portfolio and the schools that I applied to. It was it was definitely a learning experience, but I did get into one art school, and that I'm at least grateful for. At that point, I was still under 100 followers, and I think to this day I am still under 100 followers on Instagram, and I don't know, I hate to be the person that worries about numbers, but you kind of have to worry about that when you want to make money off of your art, and I think a lot of artists can relate to the feeling of frankly busting your ass over a piece, and for it to gain barely any traction at all. Now, I know the other things that I was quote-unquote doing wrong when it came to a social media account. I was not posting enough. I was not posting trendy things like Genshin or seasonal anime. I was not posting short-form content because I hate short-form content, and the rule that I never ever want to break is going to TikTok. Oh my lord. I have only seen and heard stories about our TikTok, and I never want to be on there. Ever. There's also the anxiety side of things when it comes to me posting. As the years went on, I began to become more self-conscious about what I post. In one of my efforts to build my account, I tried to focus on a certain niche, which was Fire Emblem. I started posting fan art for Three Houses around the time the game came out, and that was sort of my thing. And I love Fire Emblem. I, of course, played Three Houses, Fates, Echoes, and some of the older games, and I still very much love Fire Emblem. But as with all things, the more you feel forced to post or draw for it, the less enthusiastic you get for it. And I just began to get tired. I wouldn't say I didn't care about Fire Emblem anymore, it's just I wanted to post other things, and my big fear was that, well, not fear, because you literally see the numbers. Whenever I would post non-Fire Emblem content, I would definitely get less likes, and that hurts. And honestly, I was almost going to say that this is another thing I was quote-unquote doing wrong with my account, but honestly, I should have just posted more stuff. Now I just want to talk about the community side of art social media. I'm honestly really bad at building a community. My social anxiety is pretty bad, so I'm always like really self-conscious of what I say and what I put out there, even though a lot of people may just like forget about it. And this sort of anxiety has gotten to a point where like I hate opening Insta. It like stresses me out for some irrational reason that I can't quite figure out yet. And like having mutuals is such a weird thing. Your mutuals are not your friends, but they're not strangers either. And while I am always grateful for my mutuals, and I think they're all really cool people who post really cool art, I feel like the inevitable comparisons really, really harmed me. Like, oh, like, this person is improving so much in a short amount of time. This person is able to really get their audience to engage with their content. They're always commenting. And this person is just so much better at me than art. You watch your mutuals grow in terms of skill and account, and I felt like I was just still stuck in the same place. Even as I'm in art school, I can't help but compare myself to my peers and just feel like I'm under them. Like, I love my OCs. My OCs are basically like my children. Because I feel that nobody cares about them, or the art I post about them, it makes me feel like they're stupid. And I know, I need to escape this silly mentality. And having that sort of mindset was obviously going to set me up to feel even more like shit whenever I open Instagram. Because honestly, it's really hard to get people to care or even know that they care about your art. Like, I've tried to do like art challenges that have you interact with your community, and I don't know, it's always been clunky for me since I've always been a small artist account. I really feel like Sisyphus pushing up the boulder here, where like no matter how much stuff I post, no matter how many years I stick around on Instagram, like, I'm just not good enough. I will, like, there's just this feeling that I will never build a following, I will never be able to make money off my art, and like all my efforts will be for nothing. And, oh my god, it's so hard to break out of that spiral. Since I can't say I have any art friends, I'm just stuck in this, like, echo chamber. I haven't touched Instagram in about 2 months. It was because I got hospitalized, and then I got hospitalized again because of surprise medical complications. I was planning to go back after a week or so, but I was just so tired and drained from thinking about my growth as an artist. And seeing the recent AI stuff definitely did not help my situation. And during these 2 months, I've been making a lot of art for myself. And it's been freeing, but also I still feel that loneliness, because at the end of the day, I make art because I like making art, and it's supposed to be fun, and I like telling stories, but also I like sharing them with other people. And that last part is the thing that makes me want to try social media again, which is why I've started this YouTube channel. I've moved to Kara, and I want to keep on fighting, because like, I love art, and I'm trying to really battle all my anxieties when it comes to the future and my own art and interacting with other people. Like, I've joked with my friend that like I'm going, this is like my insanity arc. Like, the speed paint going on in the background is like a character sheet for one of my OCs for Art Fight, because I am participating in Art Fight again this year, and that's definitely one of the art community things that like I loved doing the most. So yeah, on this channel I'm planning speed paints and just planning to talk about my art processes, hopefully meet new people, and just be able to tell myself that I've grown and I can still grow. If you made it this far, thank you. I know this was very, very unscripted and very ranty, and I don't know, my voice gets really shaky whenever like I have to do like public speaking stuff, but thank you. I'm curious if anyone else has had similar feelings when it comes to their own art, or just mad at the algorithm. We can be mad at the stupid fucking algorithm together. Alright, that will be all for this video. Goodbye!